Chapter 911, Mountain River Map. The third treasure. Jian Wushuang was excited. When he left the Fiarmament territory, his master had promised to send him 3 treasures. The first treasure was the Blood Mountain sword, which could be used both to kill and to suppress. Its mighty power even exceeded Emperor weapons. It had improved Jian Wushuang's overall strength considerably. He was good at using it. The second treasure was the token containing the 3 sword essences which could save his life. Each sword essence was more powerful than the last one. Jian Wushuang had only used 2 of them, and the 2 sword essences had achieved the expected effect. Xianxia had once told him that he was preparing the third treasure and would find the proper time to give him it. Now Xianxia had asked Shuelingtian to give him this. "Thank you, first senior brother." Jian Wushuang put the scroll into his interspatial ring. "By the way, I have told our master about the wedding gifts. Just rely on him. He will give you an unparalleled gift in 3 years. Shuelingtian smiled. Jian Wushuang blinked excitedly. He knew his master never broke his word. The wedding gift was sure to be incomparable. "Junior brother, I have to deal with some affairs at the Void Temple. Make good preparations for the selection ceremony. See you." Shuelingtian left. After seeing him off, Jian Wushuang returned to the secret chamber. The ancient yellow scroll was suspending in the air in front of him. It seemed to be ordinary. If it was sold on the street, no one would take a second glance at it. "My master is so skillful that he has given me 2 useful treasures. The third treasure must be even more beneficial to me. He spent such a long time preparing it. But what about its power?" Jian Wushuang stared at the scroll expectantly. "It's only a treasure. Why are you so excited?" the Jiu King asked carelessly. "You know nothing about it. Every treasure my master has given me is of great use. So is this. And this one must be extraordinary," Jian Wushuang replied. "Oh, extraordinary? Jian Wushuang, do you know what level your master has reached? Is he a Dao master?" the Jiu King asked him. Jian Wushuang thought for a while and shook his head. "My master is not a Dao master. He has only entered the Eternal Realm." Eternal Realm. The Jiu King laughed out loud. "How can you expect an Eternal Realm expert to give you an extraordinary treasure? Jian Wushuang, is your horizon so narrow? Please leave me alone." His eyes fixed upon the scroll. "Let it recognize its lord first." Jian Wushuang dropped his blood on the scroll, waiting for it to recognize him as its lord. Everything went smoothly. Once the scroll recognized Jian Wushuang as its lord, he saw a glint of gold on its surface. Suddenly, the whole scroll took on an entirely new look, as if it had woken up. "That's interesting." The Jiu King was astonished too, but still didn't pay much attention. Jian Wushuang breathed a sigh of relief, then opened the scroll. He saw a vivid image. There were mountains, rivers, sky, and earth. Everything was vivid and lifelike. The most appealing part was the 9 continents, each of which was extremely realistic. Jian Wushuang took a casual look at one of them, only to see a boundless world. A series of information was sent to Jian Wushuang from the scroll. "It's the mountain river map. The endless mountains and rivers divide the 9 provinces. The mountains and rivers are as palms, and the 9 provinces as the seal, creating the country." Jian Wushuang was shocked at these simple messages. A secret skill appeared in his mind. The secret skill was called the 9-province seal. The 9-province seal was a powerful secret skill based on the 9 provinces in the mountain river map. It had 9 moves in total. The first move, Qing province as the seal, was called Split the Heavens. The second move, Yu province as the seal, was called Hack the Earth. The third move, Yang province as the seal, was called Overwhelm the Rain. The fourth move, Yang province as the seal, was called Turn Up the Cloud. The fifth move. Jian Wushuang was in a total shock. It also hit the Jiu King. How can it be? Incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Even I cannot crack the secret skills in the treasure. Are you kidding me? Jian Wushuang, are you sure your master gave you this scroll? the Jiyu king asked. Yes, Jian Wushuang nodded. Is he really just an eternal realm expert? The Jiyu king asked again. He is. Jian Wushuang nodded uncertainly. The Jiyu king did not say anything. After a long period of silence, he spoke again. If I'm right, it was your master who passed the secret skill which can improve your consciousness. Yes, Jian Wushuang nodded. If the universal Tao scripture did make his consciousness stronger, it had to have been refined by his master. It seems that your master is more than an eternal realm expert. Even I cannot crack the secret skills in this treasure. If he refined this scroll, I'm certain no one can reach his level of refining weapons. The Jiyu king became solemn. Jian Wushuang was silent. He did not reply, but instead continued to study the mountain river map. The mountain river map works in cooperation with the 9-province seal. The 9-province seal looks extraordinary. I wonder if I'll be able to understand the first move of the 9-province seal, as well as the second sword formation of the 9th heaven sword formation in the next 3 years, Jian Wushuang said hopefully. The 9th heaven sword formation was his unexpected tricky move. He had managed to display the second sword formation when he was meditating on Star Island. It took too much spiritual power for a divine realm expert to display the second sword formation, but it became easier once he entered Eternal Realm. Chapter 9:12 Before the Storm. In the secret chamber, the 2 original bodies of Jian Wushuang appeared at the same time. After, his world body remained in the secret chamber, meditating the 9-province seal on the mountain river map, while the slaughter body left the royal palace for a remote forest. Jian Wushuang stood on the void of the forest, staring at the sword magic weapons with mauve gleaming in them. Organic magic weapon 1-meter sword, 72 in total. Jian Wushuang displayed the 9th heaven sword formation with blood sky sword. He shapeshifted it into 1-meter sword, the more powerful one. Taking a deep breath, Jian Wushuang endless spiritual power seeped from his pores. 9th heaven sword formation. Combine. Crash. The 72 1-meter swords merged rapidly and combined into a mauve sword. Although this sword was not large and a mere 3 meters long, its razor-sharp edge shined blindingly bright. Kill. Fueled by the killing intent in Jian Wushuang's eyes, the sword rushed forward quickly. The mauve glint flashed across the void. Boom! An enormous hole penetrated the center of a mountain 3,000 meters away from Jian Wushuang. The spiral hole drilled with outrageous force. The power is not sufficient enough. Besides, it consumes too much spiritual power. I need to improve upon it. Jian Wushuang brandished the sword formation again. In the forest, the slaughter body of Jian Wushuang absorbed and practiced the second sword formation. Jian Wushuang meditated the second sword formation, but it took too long to display skillfully. The 2 original bodies of Jian Wushuang endeavored to improve their strength, making preparations for the selection ceremony. Time flied. 3 years passed. 2 days remained until the selection ceremony. Deep in the royal place, in a garden covered by the restriction, white-robed Leng Rushuang looked up at the sky and whispered, "Is the day coming? Sooner or later?" Leng Rushuang outstretched her hands. A cold breeze blew past. It's so windy. Many profound clans resided in Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. Among them, the Xia clan reigned the strongest along with their first overlord clan. Except Xia clan, only a few top clans still existed. One of them, the Beiming clan, ranked on par with the Xia clan. A grey-robed middle-aged man sat in the splendid palace of the Beiming clan. He narrowed his eyes and rocked his chair, the man's handsome face and delicate, short dark hair wooing the servants around him. In front of him stood a number of black-robed men. They looked ordinary without any breath of cultivation power, but that was exactly why they looked dreadful. All the black-robed men, radiating a particularly powerful presence, were obviously supreme experts at the level of Tao Master. "Everything is finished, my lord," a skinny elder from the group said. If Jian Wushuang were present, he would recognize that the elder was Di Jing. The only person who commanded Di Jing in Eternal World was Emperor Xiao, the grey-robed, middle-aged man. "What about you?" Emperor Xiao asked, glancing at the purple-robed man beside him. The man, Bei Ming Hao, was the leader of Bei Ming clan. Although a rebellious person, he behaved in front of Emperor Xiao. "We are at your command, Your Majesty," Bei Ming Hao said humbly. "Good," Emperor Xiao said, nodding slightly with sparkling dark eyes like the night sky. "My power and the experts I invited, as well as Bei Ming clan, is more than sufficient to wage war with Emperor Leng. Most importantly, that man agreed to join us." That man. The black-robed men, including Di Jing and Bei Mingho, faces reddened in frustration when Emperor Xiao mentioned that man. They just dared to fight with Emperor Leng before that man agreed to join. Now they had a 30% chance of winning. "A 30% chance is enough for us," Emperor Xiao said, crossing his hands. "But if Jian Wushuang wins and that bitch keeps her words, we may need not intervene. Just wait for the selection ceremony." Firmament territory was only a little territory in the eternal world. Among all the sects and powers in firmament territory, the three magnates controlled the lead. Ancient Sect was merely one of the top sects. In the palace of Ancient Sect atop a mountain, white-robed palace master Xianxia gazed up at the sky with hands behind his back. He stood straighter than a pine. That is, before a figure suddenly appeared behind him. "Your Majesty, Palace Master Xianxia." He was Palace Master Destruction, one of the 12 Palace Masters of the Ancient Sect. "According to your command, I've allowed our disciples to gather at Heavenly Peak Valley. Tomorrow we can begin the hunting competition." Palace Master Destruction said. "Oh." Xianxia furrowed his brow and smiled. "The Heavenly Peak Valley must be noisy with so many people. Go and maintain order." "Okay." Palace Master Destruction said, nodding in bewilderment. To improve the strength of the disciples, the Ancient Sect hosted an unprecedented hunting competition. It was normal to hold a competition, but strangely, all the disciples participated. The outer disciples and inner disciples, as well as experts from the Ancient Sect, have all gone to help maintain order. Only Xianxia remained. Was it necessary for all the disciples to participate in such a hunting competition? Despite his doubts, Palace Master Destruction asked nothing. After Palace Master Destruction left, Xianxia stood alone at the peak again. He reached out and covered the heaven. "The storm gathers. Wushuang, I have already sent you the wedding gift, but you should win at the selection ceremony by yourself. Come now, don't disappoint me." Xuanyi muttered to himself in a soft voice and smiled. Chapter 913, Taken Aback. When the selection ceremony arrived, Jian Wushang finished his meditation. During the 3 years of meditation, his 2 original bodies possessed a good command of 9 Province Seal and the second move of 9th Heaven Sword Formation. Having entered the initial realm of the second move of 9th Heaven Sword Formation, Jian Wushuang easily wielded it with outrageous proficiency. As for the 9 Province Seal in Mountain River Map, it released great power in collaboration with the map. This secret skill was much more domineering than what Jian Wushuang had seen previously. Jian Wushuang only managed to crack the first move, while he's still unable to wield it. He received no chance of driving Mountain River Map since it drained too much spiritual power. It was early in the morning. Jian Wushuang sat on a chair in the meeting hall with 3 other figures. 2 of them were his 2 close friends, Wang Yuan and Yang Zixuan. Yang Zixuan stayed at Circus Island before, but rushed to the royal palace to assist Jian Wushuang. At the first sight of Yang Zixuan, King of Venomous Worms could not help but exclaim, "Amazing aura of Emperor! What a high-grade bloodline!" With the help of Emperor Xiao, Yang Zixuan once received a bloodline inheritance. No wonder he possessed a high-grade bloodline. He made great progress these last few years and ranked the top of the Eternal Realm. If he completely erupted the bloodline at any cost, he may have the strength to combat a Dao master. A grey-robed elder also sat among them quietly. This weathered elder closed his eyes slightly, blinked twice, and repeated. He looked like a piece of wood. He was Alchemy Master Huaqiong, the master of Wang Yuan, and the acknowledged first alchemist in the ancient world. This alchemy master served as the introducer of Jian Wushuang at the selection ceremony. The 4 figures waited for dawn without words. Although they didn't wait long. From the horizon, the sun rose, and the first rosy sunlight shined upon the ancient royal palace. The entire royal palace awakened. Rat-a-tat, rat-a-tat, rat-a-tat. One by one, the bells tolled in a deep and resonant voice. The sound reverberated through the royal palace. In the meeting hall, the four figures opened their eyes and looked at the window. Finally, has it arrived? Jiao Wushuang stood up slowly. A smile softened his cold face as he saw the rosy sunlight. Let's go. Dan Zun also stood up. Afterwards, they set off for the ceremony venue. At the same time, in other places of the royal palace, experts from various forces of the eternal world also set off. A great many of experts rushed to the drill ground at the center of the royal palace like buzzing wasps. When Jian Wushuang and other three figures arrived, lots of people eagerly awaited there. So many people, Jian Wushuang said, scanning the crowd on the drill ground. There were numerous figures entering from the void nearby. There are millions of people. Wang Yuan was stunned by the scene. Crowds of people gathered around the grill ground. Everyone who attended the selection ceremony was capable, and many of them were preeminent. Fortunately, the Royal Guard of Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land sent all the members. They maintained order with Blood Eagle Guard. Some experts at the level of Dao Master also kept a bird's-eye view of the venue. As a result, the drill ground was safe for all. Blood Mountain, I gave you a referral 2 days ago. As you requested, I used the name Jian Wushuang, Alchemy Master said. Thank you, Alchemy Master. Jian Wushuang nodded slightly. Because he wanted to marry Lang Rushuang fair and square, he had to use his real name. Although it would cause a lot of trouble, he would face them sooner or later. Since Xia clan was so powerful, they must have received the list of the competitors. They surely were astonished to see my name on the list. Jian Wushuang said, laughing in his mind. He killed Xia Yang in person, the second master of Xia clan. People in Xia clan searched for him these years, but found nothing. This time, if they knew he dared to participate in this selection ceremony and to compete with Xia Mang, they would definitely do far worse than slander his name. A figure suddenly appeared beside Jian Wushuang. Hi, first senior brother. Jian Wushuang greeted him with a wave. His first senior brother, Xue Lingtian. Have a gander at your wedding gift, my junior brother. Xue Lingtian said, offering him an interspatial ring. Is this? Jian Wushuang smiled and took the ring. He saw the mysterious smile on Xue Lingtian's face, which aroused his curiosity. What will the wedding gift would be? Jian Wushuang said, peeking inside interspatial ring with curiosity and anticipation. When he saw clear what the wedding gift truly was, he and King of Venomous Worms stomped their feet vehemently. How is this possible? Jian Wushuang said in a demanding voice, staring at the ring in shock. Monster! Your master is a true monster, Jian Wushuang. King of Venomous Worms roared. How did he obtain these? He refined them on his own? Impossible. That's impossible. Monster! Your master is a monster. A series of roars from King of Venomous Worms rang out in Jian Wushuang's mind. Jiao Wushuang felt the same as King of Venomous Worms. Horrible. He even shivered with fear. He was totally taken aback by the wedding gift his master gave him, and believed whoever saw it would be taken aback as well. After all, this wedding gift was too. It was far too shocking and stunning. Chapter 914, Xia Mang. So what do you think, junior brother? Xue Lingtian asked, looking at Jian Wushuang with great interest. He saw this wedding gift himself earlier, and was quite astonished at the time. Jian Wushuang inhaled deeply and tried to hold back his great shock. He then nodded. With a gift like this, I shall never fear what the Xia clan holds in their hands, even if they take out everything they could find. Aha, laughed Xue Lingtian. Don't worry. Xia clan won't be so stupid to bring out all they have even if they are going to unite by marriage. The wedding gift is all set, and for that aspect, you are on your own now. I know. Jian Wushuang nodded again. Blood Mountain, my friend. It is time you see yourself out. Alchemy Master looked over here. My third brother, Master asked me to inform you that everything is ready now. Just go for it. Yang Zishuan said. You can count on it. Have I, Jian Wushuang, ever disappointed anyone before? Not to mention that this time is about the matter of my life. With a grin, he clenched his hands. Before you even realized, he already moved towards the center of the drill ground below. We shall leave too, Master Bloodsaber. Alchemy Master said, looking at Xianxia with a huge smile. Right. Xianxia nodded slightly, but his gaze remained on Jian Wushuang. He then fetched out a token with his hand. We should pray that the selection ceremony goes well, otherwise. Xianxia gazed upon the token in his hand with a grim face. The huge drill ground extends for hundreds of miles, enough to accommodate hundreds of millions of people. At the edge of the drill ground gathered millions of people who are here to watch the selection ceremony. But there are only a few figures on the center vacant ground of the drill ground. These 10 people are talented genius recommended by experts to take part in this selection ceremony. And among those people, most have already made their names known in Eternal World. You see that young man in white clothes? Is he not Dongyang Chong from Dongyang clan? Dongyang Chong has only cultivated himself for less than 10,000 of years, yet he is now at the top of Eternal Realm. He is indeed quite talented, maybe just a little behind Xia Mang. Besides, Dongyang clan possesses great background which is thought to be only next to Xia clan in Tang of the East. It seems like this Dongyang Chong has a great chance of becoming the emperor's son-in-law. I have seen that long-haired man with a cold expression. He is the personal disciple of Deep Sea Palace Master. His name is Li Qianchou, a great genius, and he is already well known in Eternal World many years ago. Deep Sea Palace Master, you say? He is a mighty Dao master that even Emperor Lang regards highly. He is now an overlord in Eternal World for the Deep Sea Palace he established. That is Ku Yi, the personal disciple of Elder Deadwood. I heard he is an orphan adopted by Elder Deadwood. All these young geniuses have been recognized by the audience for they all have strong backing, great talent and strength. But of course among these young men, there is someone unheard. Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang wore a blood-red robe fashioned from Shuiying armor. On his back he carried a blood mountain sword. The young man just stood there with his arms folded and his eyes closed. Jian Wushuang was indifferent, though the eyes of the audience glanced at him from time to time. Who is the one carrying the sword? I have no idea, but he is recommended by Alchemy Master. Alchemy Master? He is the top alchemist of the Eternal World. Very impressive, but still we know little about his strength. Occasionally, people discussed Jian Wushuang a little. Just then, dozens of figures rushed the drill ground from the void outside. The aura spreading out of these figures was so strong that it attracted all the eyes of the people present. Xia clan. People from Xia clan. Xia clan has come. The first overlord clan in Tang of the East. There came a commotion all over the drill ground. Those figures hesitated not one bit. They made a straight path to the grand stand floating in front of the drill ground. Yet only one figure flew towards the drill ground down below. Soon this figure reached the center of the drill ground. This man wore a luxurious silk robe and let his long hair flow freely in the air. He possessed a gorgeous visage as if he was from a fairyland. With a crinkled smile on the corners of his mouth, he emitted a unique charm that no one could describe. With his appearance, a peculiar sense spread out. All the eyes of those attending were gravitated towards him, immediately making him the center of this whole world. Xia Mang. He is the acknowledged first genius of Eternal World, first Eternal Realm. He is also the youngest to ever enter Eternal Realm, and the true chosen one. Everyone's eyes focused on him. Xia Mang is considered the legend of the youth in Eternal World. Even someone like Dongyang Chong, Li Qianchou, Ku Yi also focused their eyes on Xia Mang. Indeed, they were true top genius, but the huge gap between them and Xia Mang was clear. Xia Mang. Jian Wushuang said, finally opening his eyes as he looked toward him. And coincidentally, the eyes of Xia Mang also looked around and happened to meet Jian Wushuang's eyes. And then, They became the center of the whole world. Xianxia, who captured the eyes of all, paced slowly towards Jian Wushuang and then stopped when there was less than 10 meters away. After that, Xianxia raised his head and looked directly at Jian Wushuang, his eyes covered by a freezing aura. Jian Wushuang trained his eyes on Xianxia calmly. Their eyes met and caused a huge collision in the void. It seemed the whole universe became silent all at once. For both Jian Wushuang and Xianxia, they could not see anyone at this moment. All they saw in their eyes was each other. This feeling was like a needle pointing to an awning. This unique scene was witnessed by the entire audience. The atmosphere in the drill ground stirred. What's happening? Who is that guy and why is Xianxia so concerned about him? There are dozens of geniuses taking part in this ceremony. Among them are some talented ones like Dongyang Chong, Li Qianqiu, and Ku Yi. Yet Xianxia ignores all of them and goes straight to unknown folk. Who is he? All at once, many people wondered who Jian Wushuang really was. And then, in the middle of the drill ground stood two men against each other. Xianxia suddenly opened his mouth and said, "I have a younger brother, my sibling." Xianxia spoke in a low voice, but somehow his words managed to spread out among the drill ground for everyone to hear clearly. "He was killed by me." Jian Wushuang spoke with no emotion. He didn't evade the question one bit. Chapter 9:15, Tit for Tat. He's dead. I killed him. These simple words sounded cold, but turned the drill ground on instantly. He's the guy who killed Xianxia's brother. Yes, I remember. More than 200 years ago, Xianxia fought with a Divine Realm expert in Circis Island. The Divine Realm expert defeated him with only 3 sword strikes. Xianxia died afterwards. It is said that he was killed by the Divine Realm expert when he went for revenge. The Divine Realm expert is called Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang. It's him. That's him. No wonder Xianxia went to him directly. He's Jian Wushuang, who killed Xianxia more than 200 years ago. Numerous exclamations filled the drill ground one after another. Everyone gawked at Jian Wushuang in astonishment. At the time when second master of Xia clan died, the entire Xia clan was enraged, raising chaos in the kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. During those years, Xia clan kept looking for the Divine Realm expert but couldn't find him. Who knew the Divine Realm expert had not only made a breakthrough to Eternal Realm, but also came to the selection ceremony. So above board? Didn't he worry about being killed by the Xia clan? It was you. Xianxia's expression turned cold. Without any effort to cover, his intention to kill was obvious. What of it? Jian Wushuang said, glancing at Xianxia. Good. I like your arrogance, Xianxia sneered. Don't worry, it's selection ceremony with Emperor Lang present. Our Xia clan won't kill you here. But once the selection ceremony ends, you must die. No one can save you, no matter it's alchemy master who recommended you this time, or your senior brother Master Bloodsaber. You have no say about whether they can save me, or whether I will die, Jian Wushuang answered coldly. When I say you must die, you will. Xianxia said. It seemed like he announced Jian Wushuang's fate. Do I? I will wait. Jian Wushuang showed no change in his facial expression. It seemed he cared little about what Xianxia said at all. People around the drill ground heard their confronting conversations. Some of them became secretly expectant. In the void in front of the drill ground, a giant stand floated with some console tables on it. Many stalwart people with strong auras sat in front of the tables. There were dozens of them. They were either the masters of some big clans and powers, or the solitary experts with formidable prowess. Jian Wushuang's senior brother, Lingqian, alchemy master, was there too. Those experts saw clearly what occurred down there. Ha ha. It's quite confronting. But it makes sense. It's Xianxia's biological brother that Jian Wushuang killed. I quite admire this little guy. He knows that the Xia clan hunts him by any means. Without hiding away, instead, he comes to this selection ceremony above board. Does he believe his senior brother or alchemy master can save him? Although alchemy master is very powerful, as far as I know, he has nothing to do with Jian Wushuang. He won't risk his relationship with the Xia clan just for Jian Wushuang. As regards Master Bloodsaber, he is one of the 18 masters of the Void Temple, which should not be underestimated. But the dispute between Jian Wushuang and the Xia clan has nothing to do with the Void Temple. It's impossible for the Void Temple to step in. Master Bloodsaber alone is still not enough when pitted against the Xia clan. The experts in front of the console tables chatted freely. They hid nothing while talking. Everything they said was heard by people from the Xia clan and Master Bloodsaber. 2 Dao master experts of the Xia clan sat in front of the central tables. Among them was Elder He. Jian Wushuang met him in Circis Island. The other one had messy black hair and dark skin, making him look like a wild man. The great elder of the Xia clan, Xia Yu. Hearing the conversations among the experts, Xia Yu snorted, a junior with no respect. He who killed our Xia clan people must die. Hearing that, Xianxia, sitting right in front of Xia Yu, looked over and said slowly, "Are you honestly this angry, Elder Xia Yu?" Master Bloodsaber, Jian Wushuang killed the second master of our Xia clan. We didn't destroy the ancient sect he belongs to. That's respecting you. Don't being unappreciated, Xia Yu snorted. What can you do if I am unappreciated? Do you even desire to kill me? Xianxia sneered, Xia Yu, I am not looking down upon you. I am sitting before you and I won't fight back. If you dare, just go ahead. Xianxia sipped the wine glass before him. Hearing this, Xia Yu furrowed his brow. To kill Xianxia? He dared not. Not only won't he, even the master of the Xia clan, or the ancestor behind the Xia clan wouldn't dare kill Xianxia so openly. After all, no power in the entire eternal world sustained the anger of the Void Temple. I don't dare kill you, but I do dare kill Jian Wushuang. I don't believe there is anyone who can save him today, Xia Yu snorted. Let's wait and see, Xianxia said, not wishing to talk too much with Xia Yu. Bloodsaber, it seems that your junior brother has gotten into much trouble today. Beside Master Bloodsaber, there was an elder with white hair. The elder watched everything with a smile, making others feel warm. Same as Xianxia, the white-haired elder was also one of the 18 masters of the Void Temple. Just little trouble, Xianxia smiled. There was an emaciated elder with young face and white hair sitting in front of the another table. A green-haired maid sat beside him. They were the Lord of Circis Island and his daughter, Lin Wan. Dad, Jian Wushuang provoked Xia Yang because of me. If the Xia clan wish to kill him, you need to help him, Lin Wan said, her voice breaking. The Xia clan is the #1 overlord clan in the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. I cannot become their enemies. Lord of Circis Island said, shaking his head. Dad. Lin Wan said in a worried tone. Okay. Don't fret. We can just sit and watch. It's not as simple as you imagine. Lord of Circis Island said and impatiently waved his hand. Lin Wan couldn't say more. Right then, with a group of attendants surrounding her, a beautifully harsh figure walked slowly from the distant palace. Everyone in the drill ground couldn't help stopping what they did and stare at the harsh figure. Chapter 9:16. It has begun. Dressed in white and surrounded by the others, she walked forward slowly. Abruptly, silence descended as everyone looked at her in captivation. Her skin was lighter than snow and her eyes were like a clear spring. She stunned everyone present with her elegance and grace. Her beauty and breathtaking elegance were evident. No words could adequately describe her beauty. Above all, her aloofness was her most attractive trait. It was something that no one else in the entire world could come close to matching. This was Lung Rushuang, the widely acknowledged #1 beauty in the eternal world, the princess of the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land, and the heroine of this selection ceremony. All the male cultivators were enchanted when they laid eyes on her. Apart from Jian Wushuang, all the other geniuses cast her appreciative looks from their location in the center of the drill ground. Even Xia Mang's eyes were eager and his hands were clenched. Only a lady of such attributes would deserve to be my wife, he thought. As Lung Rushuang sat down at the Void's viewing point, everyone relaxed visibly. Soon, Emperor Lung arrived. He sat on the towering throne in the middle of the viewing point and waved his hand. Let's get started. Following his announcement, the sound of an ancient bell reverberated through the drill ground. It seemed to convey a special authority. Everyone became serious and respectful. Emperor Lang looked down with a cold expression on his face. His grave voice echoed through the drill ground. I hold the selection ceremony today to find a suitable husband for Xianxia. I won't marry her to a nobody. In order to marry her, show your sincerity and good faith. Secondly, show your talent and capability. The outcome of this ceremony depends on 2 criteria. First, the wedding gifts you have brought. Second, your strength. I will select the most outstanding man to be Xianxia's husband based on these 2 criteria. His announcement was met with equanimity. Everyone present was aware of the 2 criteria. There are 17 participants for the selection ceremony. Now please come up one at a time to show me your wedding gifts. Emperor Lang was blunt. The 17 geniuses in the drill ground, including Jian Wushuang, were visibly excited. All of them were well prepared for the selection ceremony. They had chosen their wedding gifts very carefully too. Dongyang Chong from the Dongyang clan went up first. He bowed to Emperor Lang and other experts on the stand. Emperor Lang, I am Dongyang Chong from the Dongyang clan. I've brought 5 wedding gifts. I would like to marry the princess. Dongyang Chong wore a humble expression on his face as he produced an interspatial ring. The interspatial ring did not belong to anyone, so everyone could clearly see what was inside with their consciousness. Dongyang Chong continued, the 5 wedding gifts I have prepared are ancient heart elixir, Juku formation, part of the Shueluo realm map, a treasure mountain refined by various priceless treasures, and 10 advanced level emperor weapons. Without his explanation, the experts on the stand had already recognized these treasures when he produced the interspatial ring. Ha ha, so generous. Although the ancient heart elixir, Juku formation, and the Shueluo realm map piece are not that precious, they are rare and have special effects. Did Dongyang clan collect these 3 treasures at the same time? I've looked closely at the treasure mountain. The treasures it refined were priceless. Its worth can be compared to billions of divine gems. In addition, look at the 10 advanced level emperor weapons. Such valuable wedding gifts. Many experts on the stand looked amazed. The master of Dongyang clan looked proud. Nobody knew how much the Dongyang clan had paid to obtain such treasures. While the gifts were valuable, it was clear that Emperor Lang remained unmoved. It was obvious that Emperor Lang did not appreciate the 5 wedding gifts. Next. His voice held no emotion. Emperor Lang did not comment on Dongyang Chong's gifts. Dongyang Chong frowned but could do nothing except stand back. Thereafter, the other geniuses approached the stand to show their wedding gifts. All the geniuses had outstanding backgrounds, so their wedding gifts were impressive too. Some of them had amazed the people in the drill ground, and even the top experts on the stand. However, Emperor Lang showed little interest in them. After 15 minutes, 15 of the 17 geniuses had presented their wedding gifts. Among the 15 geniuses, Ku Yi, the personal disciple of Elder Deadwood, had presented a very rare 9-colored cloud fruit. Many experts on the stand had been surprised by the gift, and some were even envious. Even Emperor Lang had been surprised. That had been the only gift which had evoked a response from him. The 15 geniuses had stepped back, leaving 2 who stood at the stand quietly. The 2 genius left were Xia Mang from the Xia clan, and Jian Wushuang. Jian Wushuang, it's just you and me now. Xia Mang looked at Jian Wushuang. With your background, I'm curious what wedding gifts you will present. Xia Mang was well aware that ancient sect, to which Jian Wushuang belonged, was just a sect of a normal realm. It was considered a powerful sect of that realm but was insignificant in the context of the eternal world. In addition, as far as he knew, Jian Wushuang's master was just an eternal realm. The only thing he could show off was his senior brother, Master Bloodsaber. Among the 17 geniuses, Jian Wushuang's background wasn't the least impressive, but it was far from outstanding. Chapter 917. Xia Clan's Wedding Gift. Don't concern yourself with my wedding gift. Worry about yourself. If you don't have a decent gift, Don't blame me for defeating you, Jian Wushuang said coldly. Defeat me? Buy you? Xia Mang sneered. Jian Wushuang, you have no idea what you are talking about. Do you really think you can defeat me? You are merely from the ancient sect and all you have is your senior brother Master Bloodsaber. You are daydreaming. Open your eyes and see. Xia Mang's voice was cold, but he quickly stepped forward. Everyone in the drill ground and many experts on the stand looked at him. They watched in anticipation. The wedding gifts from the previous 15 geniuses had already given them much surprise. Now, Xia Mang from the Xia clan would present his gift. The Xia clan was considered the overlord clan of the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land and held significant power. Nobody knew how strong the Xia clan's foundations were. However, everybody was aware that even during the Prime Age with the 4 emperors reigning, the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land had held the Xia clan in esteem. Many opinions held that the selection ceremony was meant to lead to an intermarriage between the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land and the Xia clan. The wedding gift prepared by the Xia clan would likely be extraordinary and surpass those presented by the previous 15 geniuses. Distinguished Emperor Lang, I am inferior Xia Mang. To marry the princess, I have prepared 3 gifts. Xia Mang looked humble and spoke calmly. 3. Only 3. So what? It's not the quantity that matters, it's the quality. Perhaps just one of his gifts will outclass all the gifts from other geniuses. Everyone broke into noisy chatter. Hearing the discussion, Xia Mang smiled and produced a jade bottle. Please have a look. It's youth-retaining elixir, my first gift. Everyone in the drill ground noticed the ivory elixir with special fragrance in the jade bottle. Many people were shocked on hearing about the youth-retaining elixir, especially some female cultivators. Youth-retaining elixir. It's youth-retaining elixir. It is said that the youth-retaining elixir can maintain one's youth forever. An old lady who takes it will immediately become young and pretty. It's not useful for warriors, but it's the dream elixir for many female cultivators. The drill ground turned tumultuous. Distinguished Emperor Lang, Xia Mang said brightly, the materials to refine the youth-retaining elixir had become extinct in the eternal world. Therefore, no one can make it for a long time. However, our Xia clan still has some foundations. We have 2 of them and we brought them as our first gift. 1 for you, and 1 for the princess. You are quite thoughtful. Emperor Lang nodded. His coldness had melted down a little bit. Xia Mang smiled and waved his hand. 2 strokes of flowing light appeared in the empty ground nearby. The flowing light turned into 2 tall men with scarlet eyes and scarlet armor. They stood quietly but emitted strong killing intent. This created an uproar in the drill ground. They are. The experts on the stand looked at the 2 figures. Emitting such fearful killing intent. It must be Blood Emperor Puppet. Yes, that's right. There are 2 of them. They are Blood Emperor puppets. Unbelievable. These are extremely rare in the entire eternal world. Just 1 Blood Emperor puppet would be comparable to a General Dao Master. Xia Mang brought 2. The Xia clan has deep foundations. The experts appreciated the value of the gifts. They knew the 2 tall figures were very precious. Xia Mang said, the second wedding gift I've prepared is these 2 Blood Emperor puppets. I believe everyone knows that 1 Blood Emperor puppet is comparable to a normal Dao Master. That's to say, having 2 Blood Emperor puppets would be similar to having 2 Dao Masters. The whole drill ground burst into an uproar. Even though the youth-retaining elixir was rare, it was not that useful and had not surprised them. But the Blood Emperor puppet was different. 2 puppets were equal to 2 Dao Masters. What a precious gift! The 5 gifts Dong Yang had presented were insignificant compared with the 2 Blood Emperor puppets. After all the other gifts that had been presented thus far could be bought with divine gems. 2 puppet fighters with Dao Master strength were much better. I've heard that there are several Blood Emperor puppets in the Xia clan, but I didn't expect you to bring 2 today. Pretty good. Emperor Lang nodded again. It was obvious that he was quite satisfied. Xia Mang's smile widened after hearing that. Everyone waited in expectation for the 3rd gift. The second gift of the 2 rare and precious blood emperor puppets had already been extraordinary. The third gift would be much more precious. What would that be? Xia Mang didn't keep them guessing. He took out 4 tokens. Everyone was confused because the tokens looked ordinary. Distinguished Emperor Lang, elders, you are very knowledgeable eternal world experts. Have you ever heard of Magic Cloud Valley? Xia Mang said loudly. Magic Cloud Valley. The general warriors around the drill ground were still confused. However, the top experts on the stand looked surprised. Magic Cloud Valley? The overlord of the eternal world hundreds of millions years ago. That's it. That was a very strong power. Either Magic Cloud Valley in the Peak era would be comparable to the Xia clan. Unfortunately, the Magic Cloud Valley was totally destroyed hundreds of millions years ago. Those experts had lived for quite a long time. They were familiar with the history of the eternal world. Naturally, they would have heard of the Magic Cloud Valley. Dear elders, as you all know, the reason for the doom of the Magic Cloud Valley was an unprecedented internal war. The war had tragic consequences. Many experts died. The space where the Magic Cloud Valley was located collapsed completely. Xia Mang said slowly. Chapter 9:18. I have 3 wedding gifts too. Magic Cloud Valley had become a mysterious relic in the eternal world since the unprecedented war. No one had been able to enter it. Xia Mang's words resounded through the drill ground. One expert on the stand nodded solemnly and said, the Magic Cloud Valley relic is among the top 10 relics in the eternal world. It's said that the tokens of the 4 great elders of the Magic Cloud Valley are needed to enter it. Did you just? That's right. Xia Mang said proudly, the last gift I have prepared is the tokens of the 4 great elders. With them, one can go to the Magic Cloud Valley relic and obtain all the treasures in it. Wow! All the top experts on the stand were greatly surprised. The third gift was so valuable. Not only was it a complete relic, it was one of the Magic Cloud Valley, the overlord of the eternal world at that time. Although the Magic Cloud Valley was not as powerful as the Xia clan, it was pretty close. The relic of such a powerful clan was very precious. That was a huge treasure. The Xia clan had presented it to Emperor Lang as a wedding gift. So generous. Alchemy Master praised, I've heard about the Magic Cloud Valley before. There were only a few people who survived the war. Various magic weapons and treasures were left in the relic. It's extremely valuable. Ha ha, generous, so generous. That's the Xia clan. Elder Deadwood laughed, but inwardly, he felt sad. Among the previous 15 geniuses, the most valuable gift that had been presented was the 9-colored cloud fruit from his disciple. Xia Mang's third gift was such an incredible treasure that it dwarfed the 10 9-colored cloud fruits. Elder Deadwood realized that in terms of wedding gifts, Xia Mang had overtaken his disciple. Everyone on the stand was astonished. Xia Yu, you're paying a high price to win the princess's hand in marriage. If Xia clan had kept the Magic Cloud Valley relic, your overall strength would have increased 10 to 20%. Would you really rather present it as a wedding gift? Dongyang clan's master's tone was sarcastic as he looked at Xia Yu. It's just the Magic Cloud Valley relic, it's not that important. Intermarriage with the imperial house is worth it regardless of what it costs. On the surface, Xia Yu appeared nonchalant about the loss of the treasure, but inwardly, he felt different. Nobody knew how long it had taken to obtain the tokens. It had taken nearly 1,000,000 years to collect all 4 tokens, and now they were losing them at the same time. It was understandable that Xia Yu felt some sorrow at their loss. However, the benefits of an intermarriage with the imperial house outweighed those of the Magic Cloud Valley relic. Distinguished Emperor Lang, are you satisfied with the 3 wedding gifts we present? Xia Yu asked. Pretty good. It seems that the Xia clan has proved their good faith. The poker-faced Emperor Lang finally smiled. Indeed, the wedding gifts from the Xia clan were very outstanding, especially the third one. The benefits of the Magic Cloud Valley were significant, even for the imperial house of the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. Ha ha, it seems that the result of the wedding gifts competition is obvious. Xia Yu laughed. Elder Xia Yu, Is it too soon to make a judgment? Someone snorted. Xie Yu looked over and realized that Xianxia had spoken. He answered coldly, Master Bloodsaber, do you think there is any wedding gift comparable to ours? Or are you saying that your junior brother is going to present a more precious and scarce treasure? Master Bloodsaber, are you daydreaming? Xie Yu sneered impolitely. The other experts shared the same sentiments but remained silent. Let's wait and see. I don't need to make any judgment. Everyone can tell whose wedding gift is better. Xianxia snorted. Xie Yu frowned and looked towards the drill ground. Xie Mang stood back and looked at Jian Wushuang. He was surprised to see that Jian Wushuang had remained composed even though everyone else had been shocked by his gifts. Jian Wushuang stepped forward. Everyone in the drill ground stared at Jian Wushuang with expectant faces. They remembered the confrontation between Jian Wushuang and Xie Mang before the selection ceremony. Xie Mang had presented 3 impressive wedding gifts. What would Jian Wushuang present? Although it's impossible to match Xie Mang's, it would be very embarrassing if the gifts are even worse than others, someone joked. In the middle of the drill ground, Jian Wushuang walked a few steps forward and stopped. He looked up at Emperor Lang and the other experts and bowed. Distinguished Emperor Lang, I am inferior Jian Wushuang. What a coincidence. I have brought 3 wedding gifts too. Everyone was shocked. What a coincidence. Jian Wushuang had also prepared 3 wedding gifts. Xie Mang had just presented 3 gifts. If there were no history of bad blood between the two, it might just be a coincidence. However, given their previous confrontation, it was obvious that Jian Wushuang had done this intentionally. Also 3 gifts. Xie Mang was shocked for a moment. He sneered. Well, let's see if a bumpkin from an ordinary sect of the realm can produce anything to compete with my youth-retaining elixir, Blood Emperor Puppet and Magic Cloud Valley Relic. Chapter 919. The battle has started. Silence descended in the drill ground. Everyone waited with bated breath for the reveal of Jian Wushuang's 3 wedding gifts. Jian Wushuang didn't disappoint. He flipped his palm and showed a nearly clear jade bottle. There was a light purple elixir in it. Unlike general elixirs, this elixir wasn't fragrant and had an odorous scent. The experts frowned when they saw the elixir. This elixir is called crepe myrtle elixir. Jian Wushuang looked up at Emperor Lang. His voice rang out across the whole drill ground. Crepe myrtle elixir. Many people were confused as they had never heard about it or were aware of its function. However, Emperor Lang seemed shocked. Leng Rushuang, who was sitting beside Emperor Lang, appeared stunned as well. She looked at Wushuang. Jian Wushuang continued, more than 200 years ago, I was a 3-clawed blood eagle guard in the Royal Guard. I went through a Hell level assignment with the other 3 3-clawed blood eagle guards. Hell level? Everyone was taken aback. The Blood Eagle Guard was well known in the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. They had heard of some of their assignments too. Hell level assignment? Hell level assignments were fraught with danger. There had been few such assignments in the history of the Kingdom Tang of the Eastern Land. The reason for that Hell level assignment was because the princess had been badly poisoned. To control the poison, a natural treasure called Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix Fruit was needed to refine the crepe myrtle elixir. I went to an impasse in the Eternal World with other 3-clawed blood eagle guards. After surmounting numerous obstacles, I was the only one who survived and retrieved the Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix Fruit. Now, I present the crepe myrtle elixir, refined by that Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix Fruit, as my first wedding gift. Jian Wushuang's voice was as loud as thunder and it rang out across the drill ground. Of course, he had mentioned the impasse without talking about the Stellar Fog Sea. The Stellar Fog Sea had been a mystery for a long time. If it were public knowledge that he had emerged from it alive, it would inevitably cause some trouble. Understanding dawned on the spectators. The crepe myrtle elixir might not be very valuable, but it had been retrieved at great cost. The sincerity of the gift was incomparable. As for the function of the crepe myrtle elixir, seated at the throne in the middle of the stand, Emperor Lang raised his eyebrows. Looking at Jian Wushuang, he thought to himself, he really came out of the Stellar Fog Sea and got the Yin-Yang Dragon Phoenix Fruit. How did he manage to do it? Lung Rushuang was trembling slightly. He went to the stellar fog sea for me. Her emotions were in turmoil. More than 200 years ago, Emperor Lang had sent some experts to the stellar fog sea to get the yin-yang dragon phoenix fruit for her. However, she hadn't known that Jian Wushuang had been one of them. The stellar fog sea. It was the impasse from which no one came out alive. Jian Wushuang. Emperor Lang finally said, "Your first gift is indeed quite useful for Shuang'er." Everyone was amazed with Emperor Lung's acknowledgement. For a fleeting moment, Xianxia looked upset. It's just opportunistic. Even if his crepe myrtle elixir is more useful than my youth-retaining elixir, it's just the first gift. Everyone stared at Jian Wushuang as he smiled and took out his second gift. The second gift was also an elixir in a jade bottle. However, there were 5. Distinguished Emperor Lang, elders. You are all very knowledgeable. I believe you can recognize these 5 elixirs without my introduction. Jian Wushuang took one out and placed it on his palm. The experts on the stand stared at the light yellow elixir. Is it the body dan? Yes, it's body dan. I've seen it before. It has the same color and same fragrance. I am sure. The legendary body dan? Experts on the stand were agitated. Some of them even stood up. Body dan, the elixir that could allow an Eternal Realm expert to easily become a Dao Master. It was a legendary elixir in the Eternal World. It was almost extinct. One body dan had a 90% chance of turning an Eternal Realm expert into a Dao Master. 5 body dans meant 5 Dao Masters. These were human Dao Masters, unlike Xianxia's Blood Emperor puppets. Human experts were obviously more valuable than puppet fighters. Jian Wushuang's first gift, the crepe myrtle elixir, might have been only slightly better than the youth-retaining elixir. The 5 body fruits were undoubtedly far better than the 2 Blood Emperor puppets. I am very grateful to predecessor Alchemy Master for the body dans. Jian Wushuang looked up at Alchemy Master. He had 5 body fruits, with which it was already difficult to refine 4 body dans. As the #1 alchemist, Alchemy Master had refined 5. The success rate was 100. Seeing the 5 body dans, Xia Yu from the Xia clan became upset. How is it possible? How did he get the body dan? And he even brought 5? Xianxia looked terrible, but calmed down soon. Though your second gift is more precious than my Blood Emperor puppets, don't forget my third gift. The third gift from our Xia clan is an enormous treasure house. It's invincible. Xianxia was absolutely confident with their third gift. So what if the crepe myrtle elixir had a better function than his youth-retaining elixir? So what if 5 body fruits were more precious than his 2 Blood Emperor puppets? The most important and valuable gift they had prepared was the third one. It had outshone all the gifts from the others, combined. What did someone from an ordinary sect of the realm have that could compete with that? Jian Wushuang didn't mind Xianxia at all. He looked at the experts and took a deep breath. He took out the third gift that had been prepared by his master, which had totally shocked Jiyu King and himself. Chapter 920, The Splendid Magic Weapon Pavilion. The expectant crowd watched on as Jian Wushuang delivered the third wedding gift. There was an abrupt buzzing sound as a splendid palace materialized out of thin air in the void of the drill ground. Mighty and majestic aura emanated from the palace, drawing everyone's attention to it. Jian Wushuang declared, "This is the third wedding gift, the Magic Weapon Pavilion." Jian Wushuang's voice reverberated in all directions as everyone present looked at the pavilion with some skepticism. Magic Weapon Pavilion. What's the use of such a pavilion? Did anyone notice that the pavilion was taken out from his interspatial ring? Noise from the chatter echoed through the drill ground. Most of the comments reflected the doubts and suspicion of the crowd. In the upper stand, the top experts furrowed their brows as they glanced at the pavilion. This pavilion was taken out from his interspatial ring. So, it's a treasure that he can carry with him at all times. It's rare, but it can't be regarded as extremely precious. An expert blurted. The third wedding gift from Jian Wushuang is a portable pavilion. This pavilion can barely compare with a peak-level emperor weapon. It may be more valuable, but as the third wedding gift, it's not enough. Ha ha, I thought he would produce a more valuable wedding gift, but this is mediocre. Xianxia mocked. Xianxia had initially been surprised at the appearance of the magic weapon pavilion in the drill ground. He laughed out loud. Jian Wushuang, this is your third wedding gift? A pavilion. Ha ha, this pavilion is less valuable than Body Dan. Are you making fun of Emperor Lang by presenting it as your last wedding gift? Despite Xia Mang's sarcastic words, Jian Wushuang maintained his composure and he continued to smile. This is the wedding gift my master had carefully prepared for me. Today, let me open your eyes. Jian Wushuang's eyes were lit up with energy. In the upper stand, Jian Wushuang's senior brother Xianxia's gaze intensified. It begins. With a serious expression on his face, Jian Wushuang stared at the huge pavilion in front of him and focused his thoughts on it. Open. The pavilion opened wide in response to Jian Wushuang's command. The interior of the pavilion was revealed. Xia Mang, who had been ridiculing Jian Wushuang a minute ago, froze. In the upper stand, Xianxia was also taken aback. The spectators in the drill ground were stunned at the scene inside the magic weapon pavilion. Within the magic weapon pavilion, there were dense and innumerable exhibition shelves, each piled with countless magic weapons in a neat and orderly fashion. There were various kinds of magic weapons. It held all treasures one could imagine, like swords, broadswords, axes, spears, magic weapons and so on. Most importantly, these magic weapons possessed extremely tough and strong auras. The auras had different characters, ranging from hostile and brutal, dark and cold, and sacred. All of these weapons had reached Emperor weapon level. The magic weapon pavilion turned out to be a huge treasure vault filled with numerous Emperor weapons. It was composed entirely of countless Emperor weapons. Everyone was shocked. Jian Wushuang, who had remained standing in front of magic weapon pavilion, took a deep breath and opened his mouth slowly. His voice was cold, but every word resounded like the beat of a drum. Magic weapon pavilion contains innumerable Emperor weapons. This includes 2,631 sword Emperor weapons, 1,594 broadsword Emperor weapons, 1,423 spear Emperor weapons, 1,080 axe Emperor weapons, stick Emperor weapons. In total, there are 13,799 Emperor weapons. Counting the magic weapon pavilion, which is comparable to a peak Emperor weapon, there are exactly 13,800 Emperor weapons. This is the third wedding gift that I have specially prepared to marry Her Royal Highness. At the end of his declaration, Jian Wushuang's voice was close to a roar. His hands were also tightly clenched, and his eyes were filled with unprecedented energy and light. A total of 13,800 magic weapons, and all were Emperor weapons. He believed that his incredible wedding gift would override all others in the selection ceremony. Xia Clan. Magic Cloud Valley. I will see if the so-called Magic Cloud Valley relics are superior to my 13,800 Emperor weapons. Jian Wushuang's heart was howling. There was dead silence. An eerie silence had descended in the drill ground. The only sound that could be heard was that of the accelerated pulses of the experts present. The experts present stared at the massive magic weapons in the magic weapon pavilion. Shock turned to panic, and then to fury and madness. More than half of the top experts in the stand couldn't help standing up. Even Xianxia from Xia Clan stood up. Jian Wushuang's words continued to echo in their heads. 13,800. They were not merely 8,000 divine weapons or eternal weapons, but 13,800 Emperor weapons. Those were precious Emperor weapons, which would be highly valued even by Dao masters. They had also realized that many of the Emperor weapons had reached advanced level or even peak level. 13,800. It was the sheer number of weapons that made all present tremble in shock and disbelief. This was an unprecedented and unbelievable wedding gift. Everyone was stunned by the number of Emperor weapons in the magic weapon pavilion. All were stupefied. But this was normal. After all, when Xianxia received this wedding gift, even the experienced Bone King who had wandered around with 8-star Imperial God was freaking out. All of you are surprised. Which king gloated and hummed in the body of Jian Wushuang. He was pleased at the reaction of the crowd. He was certain that Jian Wushuang's wedding gift was unparalleled enough to shock the whole world.